Congress finally looks more like America, not just full of rich old waspy men. And although it's true, we've still got work to do. We get out the pom-poms every now and then. Sure, it's mostly in the House of Representatives. The Senate's still outdated, sad to say. But at least we're cheering for a Congress that is more Native American, Black, Latina, Muslim, lesbian, and gay. Like Sylvia Garcia and Veronica Escobar, the first Latinas from the Lone Star State, plus Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, two Muslim congresswomen who are both so great. Sharice Davids and Deb Haaland are Native American. The fact that they're the first is kinda nuts. And Angie Craig, the first lesbian mom, ousted a man who complained he couldn't still call women sluts. Karma! Congress finally looks more like America, not just full of rich old waspy men. And although it's true, we've still got work to do. We get out the pom-poms every now and then. Sure, it's mostly in the House of Representatives. The Senate's still outdated, sad to say. But at least we're cheering for a Congress that is more Native American, Black, Latina, Muslim, lesbian, and gay and female. We've got more women, people of color, LGBTQ, which makes those old white guys a little bitter. Plus youngsters like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is especially good at throwing shade on Twitter. Lots of scummy racist jerks were finally voted out, and every day we get some more good news. Of course, there are a ton of issues left to fight about, and we weren't able to get rid of Ted Cruz. Oh well, Congress finally looks more like America, not just full of rich old waspy men. And although it's true, we've still got work to do. We get out the pom-poms every now and then. Sure, it's mostly in the House of Representatives. The Senate's still outdated, sad to say. But at least we're cheering for a Congress that is more Native American, Black, Latina, immigrant, working class, and new to politics. Young, female, Jewish, Muslim, lesbian, and gay.
There we go. We're live.
That's it, baby. We got everybody in this party. Everybody you can think of, every American of every asterisk that you want to put next to somebody's name, baby, they're welcome into this party, baby. How y'all doing? It's Tuesday night. It's family night. How y'all doing? I hope y'all had a wonderful day. It's Tuesday. We're almost near hump day, so it's got to be getting better. And I got a few things I want to catch up with real quick here. And I got to cut some mail. I should have called out yesterday, but we got involved and I forgot to call it out, so I want to call it out today. But before we get started, you might be saying to yourself, hey, John, what's that shit your shirt says because I can't read it from here? Well, I'm going to tell you what that says. I have it written down because I can't read it backwards and it's too long for me to remember all at one time. It says, I don't smoke dope, chew rope, dance, prance, romance, fight, fart, fuck, shoot the shit, or drive a truck. I've been to Maine, Spain, Spokane, around the world 3 times, 2 World's Fairs, and seen goats fucking the marketplace. But I ain't never seen no shit like this. That's the truth, baby. Most of that's true. Mom and I have been to 2 World Fairs. I've been around the world, not 3 times, I guess, but I've been around several. And there's some of that's up because I do drive a truck. Anyway, that's what my shirt says. It was one of the first ones I got. I did a video with this shirt on, oh Lord, 2 years ago.
You mean this shit's been going on since 2 years ago?
This shit's been going on and staying the same. I ain't never seen no shit like this. We're going to close the border, baby. That's what we're going to do. Just shut it down because the king says so. I got mail, baby. Before I get started, anytime I get one of a donkey, I got to hold it up, baby. That's my Jenny, not my Jenny, but that's donkeys, baby. That's our, and this came from Madeline Bell over in, I want to pronounce that right, Estepona, Malaga, Spain, baby. Madeline Bell is a great artist. She's a great singer. Her music, if you look up Madeline Bell, Google her name. We put her link up before on our show. She's a wonderful singer, and she's not the only one. I've gotten music from Buddy Davis. Zach Hendricks had been with us, but Buddy Davis, Zach Hendricks, And today I listened to Jacob Burhow.
Nice.
He's one of our Blue Dots. He was singing "You Got Me Singing the Blues."
And if anybody's wondering what that opening track was, that was the track "Congress Looks More Like America" by Laura Mayer.
Lauren Mayer, that's it. That's her. And I love her songs. I love her songs. I should have tried to call her. My day has been busy, baby, just like y'all's, and it's been filled up with all sorts of shit. Anyway, I got 2 more letters I want to call out. This one is from Gayleen Rothenberger, and she's a Blue Dot in South Dakota, and she listens to our rants all the time. Darling, I hope you're listening tonight. She put a nice donation in there, and so did Miss Bell. She put a $20 bill in there. From Spain, baby. I always point that out because, you know, she had to make a little extra effort to put American money in there.
American currency.
Yes. And then I got a letter from Mr. Neil Siebert from Tuscola, Texas. And I think that's up there in North Texas. And he sent a nice little donation there also. We appreciate all the support we get from all our Blue Dot family. You know, that adds up, and it helps pay the bills and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, what in the hell's going on Tuesday, baby? We got shit going on. There's spies in Mar-a-Lago, baby. That's right. There's spies in Mar-a-Lago. We got a Chinese woman that tried to get in there, and I guess she had 4 cell phones, a laptop, an external hard drive, and a thumb drive that had malicious software on it. Spies. Oh, you got music for that shit. See? It's a mystery, baby. The spies are trying to get into Mar-a-Lago.
I didn't expect to be able to use that so early in the show. I wanted to surprise you with that.
I didn't know you had that. Now that anytime we have a mystery going on, I guess you could just hit that button. Anyway, let's go ahead and let Sparky in the conversation. He's with us. Are you already there, Spark?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go. There you go. He's just kicked back in his chair. He's listening. He's out in man cave, ain't you?
Can you hear it? No.
Oh, you're not in the man cave tonight?
No, it's not that warm out there.
Ah.
It's weird weather. Like I was telling you, we had tornado warnings.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you just mentioned that right before the show here. You had tornado warnings south of you. Well, just let it stay south and out in the wilderness. Let's hope it don't hit nobody. But
we also got Dennis in here. Dennis, do you hear us?
Absolutely. How's it going?
Hey, Dennis, how you doing, bub? Dennis Valadez from San Antonio, Texas, baby. He's one of our moderators. He's a regular. So is Sparky. And we appreciate their help on this. But, yeah, how y'all like that? There's some spying going on down in Mar-a-Lago. They can cut somebody spying down there. Ain't that some shit?
I'm just kind of surprised it's a Chinese spy.
I'm not.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, but yeah. What was that, Sparky?
That one gal's making a fortune off of bringing Chinese people to Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, the one that used to own the massage parlor where Doodad went.
Yeah, she's got a side business now.
Yeah, she got a side business. Looks like it's profitable, shipping in spies, I guess. I guess that lady just thought she's going to waltz right in. She got through the first checkpoint, I guess. She said she was there for, what was it, the United Nations Chinese American Association was having an event. She was invited, but there was no event going on. That was the first tip-off. But the guys at the front gate didn't catch that. They let her on in. Must have, okay, just stroll on in there. Hell, I guess I could walk in down there. Let's go.
No, thank you. I wouldn't even want to grace them with our presence.
Donnie said I could come by and have a drink with him. Just let me in. Shit. Yeah. They'd have escorts on me real quick.
You called them once.
Yes, I did. I called Mar-a-Lago live. Well, it wasn't live at that time.
No, but we
recorded it. Yeah, it's on one of our shows. We called Mar-a-Lago to ask who was responsible for the guest list, and could we see that, because I'd like to know who's walking in there shoving money in my president's pocket.
And they could not tell us.
Oh, no. But they didn't just hang up. They stayed on the line for a few minutes. I asked them several questions, narrowing it down to, who's the scumbag that's in there visiting today. Oddly Wired, there you are, buddy. Donna Bonacosi, I see you. And there's Karen Cormier. Wait a minute, where's Tammy Ames? And we'll have all three the Musketeers here if she's there. But Anyway, y'all, I'm glad y'all stopped in. I had who else? I had Joy Peters. Ain't that? Because she was the first one that popped in and said hi.
Oh yeah.
Joy Peters popped in and said hi, and George Tirebiter is here, and he had a comment that he said that we were it's no longer just politics, that the right wants to eradicate us from the process. And I jotted that down as his comment went by. Excuse me. Because it immediately caught my eye, because he's right. He's exactly right. They are trying to eradicate us from the process. That's what voter suppression, voter denial is. All that stuff that they pulled this last election up in the Dakotas, down in Florida, in Georgia. Any way they can get us out of the voting process, well, that's a big plus for them. And they're not shitting around. They're going to do it again in 2020. And baby, we have to be ready for that shit. But I just noticed George's comment go by there, and it threw that thought right into my head. Indeed. You know, because we have a process going on, people. We got what, 16 people in a race right now. You know, and I'd pick any one of them over what we got on the other side. You know, even if the Republicans pull up somebody else to run against Donnie. Are you shitting me? Kind of late to stand up now. You've lost all I don't know, all credibility with me. You know.
It would have to be like this unknown Republican figure to come out of the woodwork to even, I think, remotely
and do
have
what?
a chance. Well, nothing. I'm not saying he could do anything, but it's more like anybody that we know of.
There you go, Zach.
It's like
we're going to win, baby. We're going to win because of pure determination, because we got to get rid of this shit. We've all seen what this shit is bringing us. I ain't never seen no shit like this. And I have seen a lot of shit. But I don't want to see this happen to my country. I could see their handwriting on the wall where this is going. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to be the first potentate, or whatever the hell the Klan calls the top guy, because that's who he wants to be. And we won't have it, baby. And anyway, Congress must act on immigration. That's something else I'd written down, because Donnie said that today. Congress has to act, because he's already laid down the gauntlet there that he's going to close the border next week. If in Congress don't act real soon, he's going to close down the border, which is might as well start shutting down the car company that plants here in the United States right after that, because that's exactly what's going to happen. You know, there's billions of dollars that cross that border and trade every damn day, and we're gonna let this asshole just shut it down because he's got a pinch in his panties. You know, and that's exactly what it is. He wants to dominate. That's all he wants to do. There's no crisis down here. The only crisis is the one that he created. The crisis is all those people sitting under bridges down there waiting for the appeal process. And then today he comes out saying we got to get rid of the judges. We don't need judges in the immigration process. That's what we're facing, people. We're facing a wannabe dictator. So it's our job to make sure that he doesn't do that. Guardians of Liberty, baby. That's us. We all do it. We can't do it all alone. We can't do it by ourselves. We have to do it together. And so, baby, we need to pick one. I like them all. I'm liking them. I'm liking everybody so far. There's people that's rising to the top in my book, you know, but that could be just momentarily. You don't know what this is going to do. We're not even nowhere near the debates yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, debates.
I'm waiting for the debates, baby. I want to see everybody sit up there and give me their song and dance in front of everybody else. But that's what I'm waiting on, the debates.
You got a couple more months for that.
Yeah, I don't think the first one's until July, I think, or something.
Is that when
June?
it is?
Yeah, June.
June.
Is it June? Yeah, that's still
June
a ways off,
19th,
baby.
I think.
Yeah, so they're going to be out there on the campaign trail, each one of them. They're out
It'll
there
be
doing
two nights of debates.
2 nights. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely sit back.
Yeah, that's
and watch
like
that.
like a boxing match coming on. I want to get the peanuts, the popcorn sitting right there. I want to hear every word of it, baby. Of course, that's not new in our family. I've said it before. Marcia and I's first, when we first got together, we'd sit and watch the debates. We watched Ford and Nixon. Ford and Carter. Ford and Carter. That's what we watched. Ford and Nixon. No, they didn't do a debate. Ford and Carter did. And so that's how long we have been at 42 years together. So I guess that formula works. You got to find somebody else to hate. I hate Republicans. There you go. Keeps it working, baby, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, Leo says you got to read their body words compared to their record. All of that. You can decide. That's what we all got to do. We've got a whole bevy of candidates out here. And some of them are big time. We've got, Bernie Sanders, he's up there at the top. We got Biden, who hasn't thrown his hat in the ring yet. He's still deciding over there, I guess. We got Beto O'Rourke. And we got Pete Buttigieg, Mayor Pete. That's a name as bad as mine, I swear. Whom I like. I like that guy. Every time I see him talk, I'm inspired by his outlook. So, this is going to bounce back and forth. The polls are going to go up and down on each candidate. And until it starts getting towards the end, when we have to come together and pick one. But when we pick that one, it's imperative, baby. We all got to go that way. All of us, every one of us. I don't want to get into a lesser of 2 evils or 3 evils or 10 evils. I don't want anybody on our side is better than anything they put up on their side. And it's just now a matter of picking the one that either is as progressive as some want or whatever. It's going to be the majority vote. What we need to make sure is that whoever is nominated by the people and not a party. We all over this side, if you're not a registered Democrat, you lean Democrat, you're a liberal, you're a snowflake, you're a libtard, all that kind of stuff. That's us, baby. We make one family over here. And within this family, we have different speeds and different trains of thought, but we're all moving in the same direction, baby. And so we need somebody that's going to be powerful enough to stand up and push our values, push our agenda. And I'm a little left of center on this shit. I'd like to see health care for all. I'd like to see tuition-free college, and not only that, but removing college debt from the kids we've already put through. Our country's making money on the backs of our kids that are trying their best to go through college, make something of themselves, and you've got a nicely interest to pay on a student loan. That's going to your government, baby. It's a form of taxation. It's making it too damn hard for our kids to go to college. But that's what we demand that they do. If you want to get ahead in this life, you got to have a college degree. You got to have this piece of paper here that says you know what the hell you're doing. And we got to make that happen. But how we get there is just as important as who we elect. We got to remember who we are and what we want. And that's all I want to say. I just want to say that this family is all going through the same direction. And I just don't want to form a circular firing squad. I don't want the guy that finally ends up getting our nomination to stand up there with 50,000 arrows stuck in him and we shot every one of them. I don't want to do that. And each one of us is going to make the decision how we're going to proceed to make the choices that we are. And I don't want to tread on anybody's pick. I don't want to discount anybody's support for anybody. We're just going to have to do this process, and it ain't going to be pretty for a lot of people. Some people, we hardly even know them. Who's this other guy? I only know Julian Castro because he's down here in Texas. But Tulsi Gabbard, John Delaney, Marianne Williamson, I don't even know them. Who knows who might pop up at the end of this shit? But we fight together, baby, or we lose. That's what the bottom line is. Anyway.
So you want to try adding some people to the call?
Yeah, who's out there?
All right, let's see.
Let's do something because I'm tired of talking.
All right.
I want somebody else.
Going to try to add some of our Discord callers in here really quick.
He's got control. I have no idea who's over there. As soon as we progress all this shit, Mama was just in here saying, well, you need another TV, whatever, over here. So Travis can use that one because you can't use the Mac because it's always a process, baby. There's always some kind of
Well, no, it's just that you take all my reading space.
Yes,
and I
I
have
take
to
all
lean
his
across.
reading space. I want to read too.
Anyway, let's welcome Mitch to the call again. Hey, Mitch, how's it going?
Hey, Mitch.
What's up, fellas? How you doing today?
Another day, another glorious, beautiful down here in South Texas, baby. I just can't. I'm eating it up. Got a little warmer
Beautiful
today.
here, beautiful spring day here in western Pennsylvania.
There you go.
We have our Lieutenant Government John Fetterman doing the legalization tour. We missed him, unfortunately.
Oh, you're lagging.
He's awesome. Fetterman, I'm telling you, that man is going far in this country in politics. You wait and see.
Now, see, that's a name I've never heard. So there you go. That's what we're just talking about. We don't know who's going to rise. When I first heard Beto, I felt the same way about him. We don't know who's going to hit your chords out there. And so, yeah, that's a name we're going to have to watch.
Keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, we will. Am I hearing something?
I don't know, but we also got Ms. Linda in the call. Ms., you there?
Miss Linda?
Hello?
Hello, darling.
Ms.
There you are. How you doing?
I think I am I?
Yes, ma'am. You're on the air. Everybody can hear you. Everybody.
Oh, my God.
Let me see the count. Oh, look at
How
there.
y'all?
There's 14 million people watching you right now. No, there's not. Go ahead, darling. How are you? Ms. Linda?
I'm just going to sit here on my porch and shut up, okay?
Oh, darling, don't do that. No. No, we want you. I didn't mean to step on you, dear. I'm sorry. We don't want. How's the porch out there? How's the weather? And where are you?
Hey, I have some of my best time sitting here on my porch
Well, there
shutting
you
up,
go.
okay?
There you go. Where's your porch located at?
My porch is located in Modesto, California.
Modesto. I haven't been there, but I know where it is. That's on the West Coast, baby. I used to live out in California. I think I drove near there one time.
The Big Valley.
Yes, it's in the big. Does 5 run through there? Does 5?
No.
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 I've driven up and down 5.
Probably drove through here several times and didn't miss it.
Did
99 goes down through Modesto.
99. Well, this was back in the 70s when I was
Yeah,
driving.
99 goes right through here.
There you go. There you go.
Santa Fe on one side and Northern Pacific on the other.
It's heaven out there, baby. I've been out there. I loved it. When I left California and came down here to Texas, it was that was a big difference, because I spent about 3 years out there in California. I loved it. It's got some beautiful countryside out there. So what do you think about all the shit that's going on, Miss Linda?
I think there's a bunch of shit going
I
on.
think there's a lot of shit going on. And I ain't never seen shit like this. I haven't. Everything from close the borders to...
I think I'm getting an echo and I'm getting a little confused. But, it seems to me that somebody just needs to apply the laws that are there.
Yeah, well, that would help. But we have to improve on this immigration thing that we've got going on. Congress does need to act. They need to pass comprehensive, immigration, and be able to put all of this to rest. But he's not.
Well, the hell of it is, our economy now depends on
Mexico.
people coming across the border and working for poverty wages from another country because they can get away with it. Also, practically everything these days in the automobile industry is manufactured or passes through Mexico when it's done being manufactured in the Asian Pacific.
Well,
how did we end up with that kind of relationship where we don't have that kind of relationship with Canada?
What's that? Miss Linda, did you say something? Anyway, you're right, Mitch. I think that's probably why he's backing off when he's came out today and said Congress must act on immigration, and they need to make a deal. He says he can do it in 45 minutes. I can make a deal in 45 minutes. That's what he said today. And then went off on about how we have to end chain migration, which, by the way, we could start with your mom-in-law and daddy-in-law and get their ass back out of here, because that's exactly how they got here. And end the visa lottery. Yes. You know, this only applies, his rules only apply to those coming from the 3 Mexico countries down there. You know, the 3 countries of Mexico. Did y'all see that shit?
No, I did not.
That's on Fox Spews. They were talking about the immigration problem and the influx from the 3 Mexico countries. I was thinking to myself, damn, when I seen that story, I thought Mexico was just one country. I never saw the other.
New Mexico.
Oh, well, there he probably counted that. New Mexico, and is there another one down there somewhere?
I think there's a Mexico, Missouri, right?
Oh, there might be. It might be what he was talking about, ignorant idiot. That's how come we have to get him out, is because he watches that stuff. That's probably going to be written into a law somewhere, or in a. I'm just reaching. They don't know. I mean, he doesn't know if there's 1 Mexico or 3 Mexicos or 10 Mexicos. As far as he's concerned, they're all shithole countries. You know, as far as that, you know.
He doesn't know where his disgusting Klansman father was born.
Yeah, no, he was born in Germany, and I think I told Leo today. I said, yeah, he was talking about his other father, you know, the orangutan. He was probably born in the Berlin Zoo. I don't know. I heard it on the internet. You know, one of the late night talk show said something about his orangutan father. It's a story. It's on the internet. Yep, I know who did it. It's a story on the internet, and if it's on the internet, hell, it must be true.
It must be true.
Yeah. So he was out there talking about his daddy being born in a little. He's proud of his German heritage. He has brought that up several times, baby, and he's brought it up in the contents of his genes, his DNA. He has that German DNA. His DNA, German DNA, that kind of DNA scares me. That's the kind of DNA that scares me. I don't want that kind of we have lots of German immigrants into this country, and lots of good Germans in Germany that are fighting every day to keep people like his ass out of their government. And, you know, but Donnie, he's proud of that. He's, you know, right out of Mein Kampf, baby, I'm telling you. You know, lie big and keep repeating the lie. And stir as much hate as you can in the basic heart of people. Reach down and grab the dirt and smear it around and motivate people like that. That's his foray. That's it. He's following a book, baby, I think. No doubt about it. And those that follow him.
The golden book. No?
1939 Germany in my book. You're up there praising the man that is so bigoted in his manners and his speech and everything else. You know, and he comes from a line of it. He's daddy and mama, little clan member outfits. You know, proud of that heritage. And that's how come I say, as long as there's those people out there preaching that kind of shit to their kid, we're never going to get rid of the little cockroaches. Even if those cockroaches are very wealthy. You know, look at Ivanka and Jarrett.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know what Jarrett got passed down from his daddy, but his daddy's in jail, so you know what the hell. You know, just be a crook, son. Just don't get caught like I did. That's the message there, and that's the message of the Republican Party.
The whole point.
It is liars, cheats, and thieves. You know, that's all I see in the Republican.
Dude, he was convicted for witness tampering.
Yeah, witness tampering. Which case? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I want to see all of that report when it comes out, baby. I want to see everything. China, Mexico. Thank you, Briggs.
I want to see the whole damn thing.
There's China, Mexico.
Backup documents and all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd like to see all the underlying information. It's going to come out. You know, there might have to redact a page, a line here or two. I don't want to see up 10 pages just redacted to shit. You know, there's some secrets I understand.
We're going to have to drag it out of them like hen seats.
Well, we're good at that. Oh, Jared's dad is out of prison. I was unaware of that, Sharon. You know, I guess he did his time and is now a reformed citizen. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway.
Okay, so we're going to try adding some more callers to the chat. Now, forgive me, I got some interesting usernames in our chat. So we got T. Sylvia 2028. How you doing?
That's me. How you doing?
Doing fine, bub.
2020, my plan to run for president that year.
Oh, you're going to run for president?
Oh, wait, is this Tim?
Yes.
Oh, Tim, how's it going, Tim?
Not too bad.
Good.
Oh, hi, Tim.
Y'all know each other?
Tim was on our, not the last show, but the one before that.
Well.
I didn't mean to make the last one. I was working.
Yeah, he was only on the show once on Skype, but I told him come back because
I've slept since then.
Yeah, you slept.
Yeah, I slept.
I haven't.
Jeez,
we also have, and again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced the username, Yogib. That's YOGIB 37. How's it going?
Pretty good. It's Chris, and it's Yogi B 37.
That is Chris. Man, I'm so glad to see some
Yogi.
There we go. I'm
see,
so glad.
If I would have seen that, I could have pronounced that for you.
You could have.
Yes, I know who Yogi Bear is. You don't, do you?
Who, Yogi
I'm
Bear?
smarter than the average bear.
That's what he think too.
Yeah, I was about to say Yogi Bear.
Yogi Bear, man.
Yes, of course. Anyway, it's cool to actually run into some faces we haven't seen since we moved from from Skype to Discord. So I'm glad y'all made it out here.
Yes, I'm real happy with this Discord thing that the app here, because the quality of the sound is extremely well, and it seems to be easier for Travis to pull people in and out of the chat in and out of the chat.
I think it has lower bandwidth requirements than Skype too.
Exactly.
Oh, that's it. That bandwidth
Oh,
shit.
is that it?
I've been saying that forever.
Well,
me and Dennis have been saying that forever.
Hi, Monica. And Picnic Basket Man, that's right. Monica Barnes. She's one of our JBS monitors over there, or admin over there. So, hi, Monica. Richard Anderson, I see you out there, buddy. Richard uses his voice frequently, as Leo does, and others. But there you go. That keeps me organized. We're working on this shit, people. Every day is a new adventure in this stuff, I'm telling you. But anyway, Tim, where are you at? Remind me where you're at.
I believe Boston.
I'm in. I live about 30 minutes away from Boston.
Boston. That's right. Up by. Are you near Medford?
Oh, it's the south. Trying to think of like around Fall River.
I have no idea where that is either. I know we have several blue dots in the Medford area.
Northwest.
Northwest?
East.
I know where Boston is.
Yeah.
So.
East.
Taunton is one of the oldest cities in the country. It was founded in 1636.
Wow. See, that's what I loved about going up to Boston.
So y'all are the ones that done it.
Yeah, they did it. That's it. Blame it on them. I love going up in there and visiting New England and stuff just because of the history, the early American history. When I was there, we went to see the Mayflower. This was in 1969. Yes, I was young.
The Mayflower is amazing.
I'm sorry?
The Mayflower was amazing. They actually have a Mayflower too.
Oh, do they? They had a people there that were period dressed and doing their little chores and stuff. I loved watching that shit.
Oh, and the plantation.
Is it a reconstruction?
But then I found treasure. I really did. I thought I did. I was young and stupid, and my Uncle Joe. Yes, I'm telling you.
Never been there.
I've been there lots of times. I've been wrong so many times, it seems right. Went to my Uncle Joe and Aunt Ruth's house, which was picturesque, almost like The Godfather. The garden outside, a wooden table there, old man in an undershirt with a fedora on, with a big jug of wine there. My dad was sitting there with him. I mean, and Godfather hadn't even shown. I mean, this is just right out of, just love this setting in my mind. And I remember going behind my Uncle Joe's house and climbing up on some pretty rugged, granite, I guess, back there. I had to climb up on things, but I started noticing, hey, this stuff's shiny. Look at all the shiny stuff in this. I think that's either silver or gold. So I went down to tell my dad,
Micah.
look at this shit. It's all over back there. Yeah, it's mica. That's what it was, mica. Ah, well, you learn. You know, darn, thought I had it big. Nobody ever noticed this stuff before. All through history, it was just sitting here waiting for me to come along and go, wow, look.
Well, it was pretty, so.
It was beautiful. I loved it. I made a slight trip up into Maine. So, I mean, I was young, sitting in the back seat. It's not something like I did. But I remember the trip going up the coast and into Maine. And, well, it was gorgeous. It was a lot of places that you turn the corner, it looked like a postcard. There's the white steeple down there and the little village. And, I mean, it was just quintessential Americana. You know, loved it. Of course, there ain't too much of this country I've seen that I didn't love. There's beautiful things to see everywhere.
I love this country, and there's some really beautiful places in everywhere you go.
Everywhere, even down here in South Texas, baby. And I'm used to this stuff here, so I don't. I get up into the hill country up in Texas, and I get all excited. Oh, look at this, man! We got some major hills now, and but anywhere here in Texas, you can find the terrain you want, I guess. We have the piney woods, or out west we got areas where nothing is. But I've been impressed with so many places when I've traveled, and I've taken the kids too, that, but it wasn't near as beautiful as the people I met along my way. And that was the best thing about RVing around the country, is the people that we met and everywhere we went. So that was really
That's
cool.
what I've noticed about traveling around the country. That's true.
Yes.
I mean, the people that are just like people,
Oh, they're wonderful. And I'm sure it's the same way right now. Nobody would be walking around checking with somebody, are you a Republican or a Democrat, before I talk to you. Nobody does that. It's even out in the day-to-day world now. Ain't none of us walking around with a sign on it. Well, I do occasionally.
I was about to say, I don't know. I do. You wear
I
the
wear
sign.
a sign on my chest real quick. You'll know what side of the fence I'm on, baby. But most people, they're going through their day. They have things to do. They're our fellow citizens. It's not until they get in that voting booth that we all go, are you shitting me? You're an idiot. Get out of here. Anyway. The first African-American female in Chicago history will be Lori Lightfoot. Jane Shankly. Well, I've never heard of her.
Did she win?
I don't know. Jane just put it up there. I just seen it go by. I'm trying to catch some of the.
Yeah, me too. I was trying to watch that.
What?
It's amazing that city's been so corrupt for so long.
Oh, it's got a history.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Every major city corrupt. Duh.
Well, yeah, they look at New York City, the 5 boroughs and the 5 families of the old, the mafia.
That's where our
Giuliani family
Führer came from.
Yes. What is that, Travis?
Rick Scott donated $5 through Super Chat, and let me see if I can get over here and read the screen real estate really quick. Great to be with y'all from Newport Richey, Florida. Keep up the great work. Love the program and all the hard work y'all do. Rick Scott, thank you so very much. We appreciate it.
I appreciate that very much. In Port Lucie, Florida?
Newport Richey.
Newport Richey.
Yes. Florida.
I think we've got mail from you before. I try to keep all this in my head. George Schreiber. He's up in the
good
hill
luck
country.
with that.
I know. George is up by Bernie.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Florida's really beautiful.
It is.
Yes, it's very pretty.
Yeah.
They got taller trees than I thought they would have down there.
You went to
yeah, we went all the way to Orlando, but driving through I
went to Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah.
Under different circumstances.
I went all the way down to Key West.
I went to Orlando in a uniform, baby. Welcome to the Navy. The big water tower there was one of the new ones that they had just designed during that time. It looks like the big bulb thing, not a tower that sits on stilts or something. It was that slick design, and we called it the doorknob to the world of shit, because we just walked into it. I was boot camp, baby. That's when I went to Orlando. But
I had a different uniform on.
What uniform did you have?
Shorts and a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
We all did it.
Oh, that's right. I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. You went
I've
to.
never been there.
I haven't been to Disney World or
no. We went to Universal. A friend of mine got us all tickets because she worked there, and we went there originally to see a concert. She was like, "Well, I'll just get you all in for Universal for a day." But we have this trope where everywhere we go, the once a year trip that we make to meet up with our friends all over the country, we do a thing where we have to look super tourist. So we do the stereotypical Hawaiian shirt, shorts, camera around the neck,
white sunglasses, stuff like that. They do the whole 9 yards. I mean, they look like a bunch of geeks just walking around, don't know what they're doing, but they are fantastic people.
And have your fanny pack on and everything.
No, that's going to be the upgrade to.
That's an upgrade. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get that for the next trip we do. I don't think we're doing a trip this year, but we're gonna definitely do it next year.
Times aren't as good as what they have been in the past.
People in Florida make people in Texas look downright normal.
Yeah. Well, you see that story the other day, that the thing that you can Google Florida man, and you will come up with all sorts of stories that those two words fit into. Florida man does this, Florida man does that. Jesus, man, we got a bunch of people down here in Texas, but you know, I'm sure you could search Texas man and come up with the same thing, though.
Oh, it's nice weather.
Yeah. Oh, down in Florida? Oh yeah, baby. That's just, but we're down here where I'm at. We're just about at the same latitude that South Florida's on. So we're the Texas Riviera is what we are down here.
It's pretty nice weather out here too.
Yeah. Oh, I bet out in California. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have mild winters like us down here in South Texas. We don't have winters. We have them that come by every few days. It'll stay for a few days and then it'll leave. That's what I like. You just get the hell out of here with that cold shit. What?
Linda. Whoops.
I
hit the wrong button.
You hit the wrong
Linda
button.
called, donated $2 through Super Chat. Thank you so very much,
you,
Linda.
Thank you, Linda. We appreciate that, darling. Every penny counts, baby. I'm telling you.
Somebody got more money than I have.
I had a discussion with my internet company, and it's the same old answer. Well, you need more bandwidth, or that's your problem. Well, shit. And that just equates to more money. That's everybody's song and dance. Everything you want to do in this business, it costs you more money. But we need a broader width on our
story of my life.
So every dime is appreciated, and we appreciate it very much. So thank you, Linda. But anyway, what happened to Dennis? Dennis still in there? Buddy, you didn't run off, did you?
Yes, sir. I'm still here. I'm just kind of helping out with the chats.
He fell asleep.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Dennis.
Yeah, he's over there watching the chat go by. Cassie, it just went. Cassie Hicks, I seen you, darling. I seen you. Karen Cormier, the colder the better. I know that about Karen. She loves it when she posts stuff on. Oh, she loves it when it starts getting all cold. She starts putting all sorts of memes out there about, ooh, look at this, isn't this beautiful? It is pretty and cold.
No, it's pretty from inside.
Yeah, it's pretty sitting inside next to the fire going, take a picture of that. That's what everybody does down here in South Texas. If it snows, we all run outside with a camera, baby.
We go up to Tahoe and rent a thing and, we take pictures out the window.
Sarah Lopez is out there watching. Hello, Sarah. How you doing, darling? We're glad. Sarah is a workaholic, baby. I swear this woman goes 90 miles an hour everywhere. Sarah is a big, she is a big facilitator, I want to call her.
Yeah, I think facilitator is the proper term.
She gets things done. She is highly involved in politics. As a matter of fact, she's going to be coming back up here to Robstown. Me and her are going to collude on a person that's going to be running for the 13th District Court of Appeals, I think, here in Texas. She messaged me the other day, and if Sarah's around, baby, there's something cooking. But she's not only involved in politics. I'm proud of her for her work that she does in disasters down there, like when the Rio Grande flooded down there. That's her area down there. She jumped right on it, and I mean got donations from companies, truckloads of anything from diapers to toiletries to things that people needed whose house got flooded out. She was amazing. I will always remember. She says she sold her house and she's moving to Robstown, closer to me, baby. So yeah, she's gonna be real close to me. We'll have to go get tacos sometime. And and visit, because me and Sarah have met several times for lunch and everything. But I'm proud of her. She's a blue dot that is always active in social things and in the political arena. So.
Okay, I'm going to try to add a few people into the call, but first off, we have two people I consider legends in the call right now.
Oh, we got legends?
We got legends. We got one, Challenger Network.
Hey, Challenger.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
It's an honor to finally be part of your stream.
It's an honor to finally have you. You've been around for a long time on Patreon and on Super Chat and all that other stuff.
Yes.
Thank you so very much for your support over the last, almost seems like over a year now.
It's not a problem at all, really. I just want to join this. Join this cause and fight the good fight for everybody.
Well,
awesome.
It is. It's a fight for all of us, baby. That's what we're in.
Amen.
Amen to that. And we also have one George M. Tire Biter.
Hey, George. Hey, George.
Tire biter.
Are you there?
George?
Tire Biter?
Hello.
Hello. Are you there? Is that you?
No, this is Challenger.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm just trying to make him acknowledge.
Oh,
come on, George. We know you're there.
I know you're in there, George.
George, come on.
Yeah, we're all waiting on you, buddy. No pressure though.
We won't bite you.
But we're waiting here, biting nails, waiting to hear what you got to say. I'm sure he'll get it figured out here in just a few minutes. There is Wendy Spalding, Rossi. She is one of those ones that will always, every time I walk out my living room, I'll see her. It's sort of like Mousy Clark with my Guardians of Liberty.
Is that George?
George? Tire Biter?
And he was coming in for just a little bit there.
Anyway, Wendy is the one that sent us the glass blue wave. Actually, she sent it twice. The first one that she shipped broke before we got it, and she was kind enough to send us another one. It's a piece of artwork. Mama will not let me put it in here. She's afraid I'll break it, and if I break it, she'll break me. So we're not doing that. It's proudly on the table out there in our living room, and we thank her for that just about every day I see it. Monica, what are you swearing about?
Take a picture of it and put it in the room.
There you go. I like that idea.
Yeah, we might could do that. Oh, it's a beautiful piece of artwork in glass.
Yeah,
good to cough. Good
portion of us have no idea what you're talking about, so yeah, it'd be nice to see.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
So we also just brought in two extra callers. Let's see if we got them in here. We got, forgive me, this is another one of those hard usernames. What was that?
SMU Husky.
SMU Husky?
Oh.
SMU Husky, how's it going?
Not bad. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Sorry?
Yeah, that's great. No, you're good.
Yeah, good. Excellent. No, first time on. I've been following you for a while. You probably know me better by my name, Mark Melvick.
Mark Melvick. Mark.
Yeah.
Mark Melvick up in, are you in Oregon?
No, I'm actually in China.
Oh, you're in China. Oh.
China?
Oh, what are you doing over there?
Yeah.
Are you over there looking for spies?
No, exactly. They're probably looking for me, but actually I'm teaching English here.
Oh, is that right? So you're living in China?
Yeah. Well, for the summer.
How interesting is that? How are you enjoying it?
Yeah. It's been quite an experience. Better than I expected. Some things you don't anticipate, but that's again part of China. We don't know a lot about, but no, they're pretty good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I remember my first visit to Japan was in Misawa, Japan, which is a small town in northern Japan, I think it was. And after I left the base and got out into town, it was just an amazing experience. Hello.
Oh wait, was that George?
Yellow.
Yeah.
There's George.
Hello.
Hello, George Tire Biter. How are you, buddy? Hello.
Oh, hell.
Oh, hell. Oh, hell, you say. Up in Bernie. Baby, I want everybody to know Bernie's a beautiful part of Texas. If you want to move to Texas, you want to live somewhere where it just looks Texas and is Texas and all that, that's Bernie. So how you doing, George?
Oh, hell. I'm getting close.
Are you? Well, don't get too close. You'll fall. Back off the edge.
What?
Back off the edge a little bit. We don't want you to fall in. But I know where you are. You're 5 miles out of town down at the end of the dirt road. Ain't that right?
Wonder whether the pickup's going to start again.
I'm telling you. Yeah. The beautiful Tire Biter Ranch up there. Scenic Tire Biter Ranch.
I don't know. To me, dirt road is kind of like military intelligence.
Oh, no. Down here in Texas, everybody I live on, well, no, my driveway is dirt, but I got asphalt down the road here.
We got that stuff. What is it? Caliche.
Caliche, baby. We got caliche down here.
I got one driveway that's asphalt and one driveway that's dirt. So.
Which one do you park on, dear?
Depends on what time of year it is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If it's muddy, park on the asphalt, darling. Yeah.
The winter I park on the asphalt. In the summer I park on the dirt. Except that this time we had these great big rains that came down, and now I got these things that are growing up in there. Yeah, weeds. Well, actually, they're not weeds. They're like flowers, so I can't like cut them down. So, my driveways. I have one driveway. That's all.
I only got one driveway, but
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm hanging around out here.
That's George on the phone. I'll mute his conversation.
I know. I was just joking.
Anyway.
But I just seen Grim slip by, so we can all Grim just made a comment out there, so we can all be comfortable that Rick Scott is going to come up with a great health care plan. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. What was you fixing to say?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, so what's going on in the news? But no, you just started it off, so let her rip.
Yeah, Rick Scott. I guess Rick Scott, the ex-governor is he now? I guess he's now a senator. He got senator, I guess, in this last election. Somebody from Florida.
Yeah, he won the Senate.
Yeah. So I guess he's going to develop health care for us so we can all. And you know when it's coming out?
Yay.
2021. Ain't that what Donnie said today? I think I saw his headline about that. It's going to come out in 2021. By 2021, they're going to have a fantastic health care plan. So just vote for us in 2020, and we'll give you something in 2021. Are you shitting me?
Didn't they say this for like years now?
Yeah, they've had the opportunity to do something with health care forever. And
I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. That's true.
They had 9
I know what the health care plan the
years.
Republicans want. They want to take it right back to the way it used to be. You get a policy or you don't, depending on your age and your health. If you have a pre-existing condition, too bad. You're going to have to pay more. There'll be other limits and caps and this all sorts of shit. That's what they want to go back to. It's the only way the insurance companies and the medical companies make money. And that's what it's about.
What Alan Grayson said, die quick.
Yeah, die quick. That's their health plan. Just hurry up and die, because we don't want to spend money on your ass. That's how come health care is so important to this country, because that's what they want to do. And I don't have the money to keep my ass alive. You know, they're going to look at me and say, sorry, bub, your bank account just doesn't make it. Let me get this plug out of the way for you. Boom. That's it. Get rid of my ass. But it's not what we need. You know, it's
when the Senate is going to get rejected.
What we need.
What's that? I'm sorry.
We need universal health care.
That's it.
We need.
That's the only answer. And you hear this screaming about, oh, we can't do that. Are you shitting me? Look how much you're paying in premiums now. You'd be paying less in taxes to have universal health care.
Well, our current system costs like $49 trillion.
Their taxes.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that, Challenger?
If only some people would pay their taxes fairly.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah. I wonder how much Donnie paid last year. Anyway.
I highly doubt much at all.
Zero.
I'll tell you what, it plays into the whole scenario of the laws and the rules of our country are made for the wealthy. They're not made for your ass. You know, there's no tax loophole for your ass in there anyway. But boy,
it's
howdy
a big
shit.
Club.
Yes, it is a big club.
And you ain't in it.
No, we ain't there, baby. I'm not even one of the servers. So I don't even get to walk around with the water. Here, may I help you, sir? You know, I'm not even the guy in the bathroom holding the towel. You know, I'm not in their level. They're not going to let me in. You know, I don't make enough. I don't have the bribe money.
George Carlin was right on a lot of these things.
And isn't that a story? I just seen it earlier about the GOP, and I think it's South Carolina. In South Carolina, let me see if I can get this back over where it was. South Carolina. There's some GOP guy, the head of the GOP. I can't find him. I can look for it. The head of the GOP in South Carolina has been charged in bribery and mail fraud, I think, or something.
North Carolina.
North Carolina, is it? I'm
North Carolina.
See, that's how come we got Blue Dot Family out here, baby. I need y'all's backup. I'm just going by what I seen a little while ago. I know I seen something about this guy, and I don't think I wrote it down. No, I didn't. It was just a passing story. The GOP in North Dakota is being indicted on bribery charges. You know.
Oh, no shit.
Wow.
Lie, cheat.
Surprise.
You know, whatever it takes. That's what I harp on this. I don't know how anybody who calls himself a conservative or used to call himself Republican or whatever the hell you call yourself now, it's not a Republican. You've lost every value that party ever had in the support of the golden calf of Donnie. You know, and there is no Republican Party. It's a Trump party. And the more
they've lost the moral high ground.
Yes.
They've lost the financial high ground.
Yes. Yes. Remember when they used to gripe about the deficit? Oh, the deficit is out of control here. We can't keep this up. Look, the debt is just growing. Are you shitting me? Every time there's a Republican and get there, they rob the bank. That's what they do.
So much for being the party of fiscal responsibility.
Yes. Yes, and that's who they used to sell themselves on.
They themselves are fiscally responsible for screwing people out of their money.
Yes, that's it. And their signature prize this time was the big tax cut for the ultra wealthy. You know, that's what they do.
Claim it was for the middle class.
Yeah. I'm sure the middle class is just out there rolling in the dough, baby. Just rolling in the dough.
What was that, Tim?
Well, they claimed that middle class received $4,000 to $6,000 more in their paycheck, and I only saw like $60.
I didn't see squat. I ain't seen squat in years.
I saw $30.
Yeah, some saw 30, some saw 0. Horrible.
Yeah, I told somebody today that we was discussing the difference between when I was younger and the price of everything, and the cost of living has gone up and everything, and I equated it to, if bread was 50 cents and I had a quarter then, and now bread is $2 and I have $1, the result is still the same thing. I'm not buying the bread because I can't afford it. And so many of our citizens are out here in this same boat, baby. You go to the store, you ain't got the money for the shit that you need. You know, while we watch people like Betsy DeVos trying to pick a new yacht, and preaching about where we should cut funds from Special Olympics and shit like that. That's who we're dealing with.
Cruella DeVos.
Oh, I hate that lady. I don't,
I despise her because for her to be cutting the special needs programs, I'm a fucking special needs person. Tell you the truth.
My sister had cerebral palsy and participated in Special Olympics when she was young. It was a great thing for the kids that need that to be recognized as not just somebody with a disability, but a citizen.
And for the most part, they just go there and just have a blast.
Yes.
Is the thing.
Yes. It is not only good for it's good for anybody.
Why deny them the enjoyment that they need?
Because it doesn't make a profit. And besides that, you know, there's plenty of rich people out there that just donate to that all the time. Bullshit. You know.
It doesn't put money in their pocket.
Yeah, if it doesn't put money in their pocket, they're not interested in it. You know.
If it doesn't buy me a yacht, I'm not interested.
You know, you can tell. What is that old saying? You can tell about how a country by the way it treats its people, by those that are the least, you know, in our country. You know, and I don't want to be the country the Republicans pointed out to be. I want to cut a little bit of the defense now, and I say that all the time. I am a veteran. I know what it takes to keep our military going, but our money is not good. That big, huge defense budget is going to defense contractors. Your soldier, your sailor, your airman is not getting a big pay raise and getting paid what they deserve.
Contractors.
Yes, it's going to the contractors, baby. And go out there and look what a CEO of one of these defense contractors makes. And what a defense that's how come they get out of the military and try to go to work for a contractor, because it's money. You make money. So why don't we just pay?
Eisenhower that said that if you fire a missile, that missile could have actually, the funds of that missile could have actually fed thousands of poor people.
Yes, we have been in a perpetual state of war. And then the other side, oh, look at there. They're just a bunch of pansies. They say we're complaining about being at war. Well, then get your ass over there with a rifle, baby. That's what I tell them. You know, it seems to be a constant state of war. You know, we were attacked in 2001, and the war is still going on. Those that were born then are old enough to serve now. That's too damn long. That's too damn long. And a lot of our defense budget.
The ones that attacked us are now our allies.
Yeah, we're selling them nuclear technology, baby. Yeah.
They're Trump's allies.
Yeah, those are Trump's allies. Oh, Jared Kushner's good and wrapped up with them people. I'm telling you. And did you hear AOC on I don't know if it was today or yesterday, when she was on the floor and she was talking about what's next. Are we going to put the launch codes on Instagram? You know, shit. That's what, you know.
Watch the launch codes Cafefe.
Huh? Cafefe, yeah. Boy, I'm telling you, it's ridiculous what we see, you know, going on in this administration. It's just ridiculous. It's a house of clowns. It's a house of chaos. That's all it is. Nobody knows what the hell's going on because nobody knows what Donnie's going to do tomorrow.
Oh, you remember, he doesn't even read his memos.
Yeah, memos.
Yeah, and you have a fucking special.
He doesn't even know how to spell.
What's that? I'm sorry.
How to spell? It's a smocking gun.
Oh, the smocking gun. Yeah, he was probably eating a hamburger when he wrote that.
We need some hamburgers.
Hamburgers. We need more hamburgers.
McDonald's is coming out with burgers now.
But then you hear him, I have the greatest education. I'm a stable genius.
Burger Kings and some pizza.
Some pizza.
That is the most. It was the most disgusting speech he did at that rally. The I'm not guilty rally. Yeah, because he went on that tangent of, you know, I had the better house, I had the better apartment, I had the better education, I had the better this. And what's really sad to me, and this is where I'm losing hope, is how many people were applauding that comment. Yeah. It's like, look at this materialism. This is what really matters. It doesn't, like, I had better education, better house, better apartment.
Baby. It's what you got.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they're selling on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says he's rich, but we can't see his taxes. He says he's well educated, but we can't see his report card.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a whole list of shit. Got bone spurs? No, we can't see the X-rays either. Yeah. It's a secret.
Yeah. But that's the sad part, though, is because
claims he's 239 pounds and
that's what I see. That's Candy Gidry. She is our main admin over on JBS. Bet the launch code is $130,000, so keeps that number handy in case he has to, you know, pay off a porn star or
no shit
or sell the code to China. Either way, we got a problem.
Like Griffith said, he's cash poor.
Thank you, Leo.
That's right.
Yeah. I appreciate that comment, buddy. Anyway, he's pretty good.
Did you even hear?
What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. In the
real estate, he doesn't have a lot of cash, so he is indeed house poor.
Oh, I'd like to see his bottom line. You know, because I don't think he owns Trump Tower. I think the Russians own Trump Tower. Yeah. He says he's a...
And the majority of said towers have been defaced.
Yeah, really. They're taking the Trump name off. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to sit there.
And it fills me with pleasure to see that, to see those letters go down.
Yeah. I'm president and not. And nanny boo boo. Stick your head in. That's what he is. That's what he was doing with that speech. I'm so much better. You know, he's gloating that he's the president. And that makes
He's going to eat those fucking words, man.
Oh,
he's going to eat those words.
Yes, he is.
He's just an idiot. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's a fucking fake president.
Think of the stupidest person that you ever met.
That's
and
exactly
Donald Trump
what he
is. A little stupider.
But he'll shove it
I was
in your
about to
face.
say, I was about to compare, like, well, wait, if you're about to say that there is as stupid, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever met anyone as stupid as him, so that would be a challenge right there.
Well, honey.
I agree
well,
with
you don't have to look too far. Eric's right there. Eric Trump is right there.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I kind of lumped all of them into one.
I cut him slack because, like I say, he can always claim that he was chewing gum at the time. Of whatever crime was going on, he was chewing gum. No, I want to see his ass up there with a subpoena.
You heard it, but
He's another nincompoop.
his own father was born in Germany.
Well, born in Germany, ain't that some shit?
Grandfather, not father.
But that's the seed that we watch. You know, we was talking the other day about the college scandal where rich people buy their way in for their kids, and it's people like Ivanka and Jarrett that were handed. Look, that's the guy. Oh, by the way, he's in charge of developing a new plan for Mexico. By the way, right now. Jared Kushner is tasked with helping the Mexican government keep all those, migrant caravans out of our country. So Jared's on the ball down there, I guess. Are you shitting me? That little turd don't know crap. And I'm supposed to trust him or her, who is just daddy's little girl? They're out there making money, baby. That's what their job is in this shit. Making deals, and Jared is over there making a lot of them, I think, over in Saudi Arabia. He's made a whole new list of friends over there.
Daddy's little...
Yes.
Daddy's baby, fuck baby doll.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
I know the best people. Yeah.
Dude, he seeks out the most crooked motherfuckers in the whole world.
That's exactly right. He is looking for somebody
who milks them for every nickel.
That's right. He wants crooks just like him. He wants people he can relate to. That's how come he put all these people in charge of in his cabinet. What was his name in EPA? Damn it, I forgot his name. Scott? Was it Scott?
Scott? Was it Price? Something like that?
Scott Pruitt.
Scott Pruitt. Thank you. Thank you.
Funny thing.
He went in there and raped the EPA right off the bat, baby. He went in there to destroy the damn thing, so business can make more money, so that business doesn't have to follow the rules and regulations and all the stuff that we've learned over 100 freaking years, that we can do away with all that shit and just go right back to dumping it in the river, buddy. Doesn't cost anybody. You don't have to pump it up in a truck and ship it out to a disposal unit. You just run the hose over there into the river.
Grim donated $2 through Super Chat. Thank you very much, Grim.
I appreciate that, buddy.
After Scott Pruitt left the EPA before the scandals pushed him out, he actually resides in the office building that I work in.
Oh, are you shitting me? Well,
I'm not shitting
you. Run into him in the elevator. Get all fuck you from everybody out here.
Don't do that. We're wanting to do the same thing.
Yeah, I would be so tempted, but I worked for the government at one time, so I can, you know your place when you're at work.
Well, it's not. We're not actually government. I'm just part of an animation firm.
Well, having him around would make me nervous because I just want to slap him. Where's my slap? Huh?
Your slap. Let me make sure.
Let me my slap.
Dennis, can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Make sure that this isn't. Tell me if this is blaringly loud because I'm adjusting all these settings. Dennis has been telling us our sound.
Slap?
Okay, here we go. There's your slap.
Is that too loud, Dennis?
Is that too loud?
That's good.
Okay, good.
Is that too hard? You want me to slap him a little bit less?
You know, Dennis was telling me earlier that apparently every time we've played music and sounds on their end, it was blaringly loud.
Blaringly loud.
And I remembered we have a separate feed going to Discord and a separate feed going to the internet. So when I'm monitoring audio for the internet, you know, it's like, oh shit.
That's all on you.
Yeah.
That's all on you, baby.
That one's for me.
That one's for you. What's up with the subpoena for Barr? Let's Jake his ass in there. Sharon Osbourne. Yeah.
Real quick, Travis.
That one.
What's up, Dennis?
What?
Barr should be behind bars.
There's a couple of people in the lower channels that are trying to get in the live feed. They're just in the wrong channel.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Oh, I see that. Whoops. Yeah,
Whoops.
I'm going to move them to the waiting room so that way I can remind myself to bring them in.
Yeah. I told them about it. They just didn't see it, I think.
He's my producer. All I have to do is sit over here and look pretty. That's my job. Look at her.
For those of you that that aren't in Discord,
hang on. Let Dennis explain to our viewers how you get in on the call.
Yeah. For those of you that aren't in Discord, there's like a staging green room, if you want to call it, before you get to the live chat. And there's also a read me first on how to eliminate backfeed once you get to the live channel, and set up your push the talk button. Or if that's not there, I'll add it. I just haven't looked at it in a minute.
Yeah, no. So basically just to let everybody know, our calls tend to get pretty crowded, pretty cramped. So we might be moving callers in and out of the calls every now and then just to make room for new people. So I appreciate everybody's patience for waiting in the green room. We're trying to get to everybody as fast as we can. So yeah, thank y'all very, very much for your patience.
I don't know how to do all that shit.
Well, that's why I'm over here doing it.
That's why you're over there doing that shit.
You're just there to get mad at me when things ain't working.
That's what my job is.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it that way. Let's do it this way. Dad, I'm doing it this way because all right. I'm not the
well, that
producer,
sounds
baby.
the opposite of what I said, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's having to drag me into the 21st century like all.
No. I'm not dragging you. That we've met people a lot worse about getting dragged into the 21st century.
Oh, that's my brother. That's my brother.
Well, I didn't want to name names.
Yeah, my brother, I swear I want to get him a telephone, one of the old-timey dial phones, with the little rotary dial, and get him an extension cord and hang it on his belt. There. Does that work for you? Because he'll be the first one to tell you he doesn't like this new technology. He just doesn't like it. And I said, think about it, man. You got a phone on your hip. What that's like Dick Tracy shit back when we was growing up. Look at that. That's neat. Even a flip phone, we used to think, look at that. That's beam me up Scotty shit. He just gets confused with the buttons and apps and shit like that, and he doesn't like it. So.
I watched the
Huh?
Some interesting conversations.
Oh well. Never tell him what we're gonna talk about in here. It's
I watched a video watching like two young people try to figure out how to use a rotary phone, and they couldn't figure that out.
Yeah.
I get so upset when people think I'm young enough to not know what a cassette tape is or VCR is. It's like, I'm not that young.
Stacks
Jesus
of VCR
Christ.
tapes of every Disney movie that came out, I think.
Yeah.
I used to own them. Right there.
Yeah, now we got.
I still remember 8-tracks.
That's something though, because especially nowadays when they compare with your smartphone, what you have in your pocket nowadays to what we used to have, and it's really amazing, how far technology. But I don't have a George Jetson car yet, so I'm not happy. I ain't dead
we
yet,
don't have flying cars because...
Yeah, no, I want my George Jetson car.
We don't have flying cars because the FAA regulations would have to be really...
Yeah, they'd have to be on the ball. Can you imagine the traffic jam up there? Are you shitting me? We'd be running into each other. It looked like bumper cars in the sky. That's right, Pete Briggs, or a payphone. You don't see those anymore either. Payphone, they're extinct too.
There's one actually up at the gas station up at the corner.
Don't work.
Does it not work?
It don't work. It's there for show, baby.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it don't work. Go put a dime in there. It don't cost a dime anymore. If they moved up to 50 cents or some shit anyway, I don't think it works.
Oh God, I can imagine.
Yeah, but
nowadays
you still have weed, so you can fly,
baby.
baby.
A payphone without a quarter.
I know it. They had a payphone on every corner. I'd like to make a collect call, please. I said those words a lot of times in my life.
Remember pagers, for Christ's sakes?
Oh, yes, I had one. Thought I was the hot shit there. Look at there.
Seriously.
Pagers. I'm so important, somebody wants to get in touch with me. That's right there. Those are, and I swear, if anybody's young, they're all sitting around listening to a bunch of old people talking about, ooh, look at that. They remember the rotary phone. That's right. We had to go. And you hated that person that had the phone number 999-88779. Like, oh, you shitting ass. You couldn't get like 112 or something like that. Shit, no.
We never had a rotary phone in the home, but I do remember my aunt had one in her house. So that was the only experience I ever had with a rotary phone because she had it mounted up there in the kitchen. So it was like, wow.
Oh, no, seriously.
My grandkids never visit me anymore.
Rotary phone, but it was like a party line rotary phone.
Oh, well, I did live one time where they had a party line. Yeah, you could listen to your neighbor all the time. What did Marge say?
You learn a lot of shit, you know.
They call that now the Patriot Act.
The Patriot Act. Yeah, somebody's listening.
Big brother's watching.
Yeah, they're listening, baby. Somebody asked me, John, aren't you worried that you're on somebody's list? Yeah, I'm on somebody's list. I'm sure I don't give a shit.
I wasn't on anything. I was just on a party line.
Well, nowadays we have conference calling, so we, and we have Discord. Look at us right now. Shit, ain't this something? I'm telling you, baby. Futuristic
Discord
crap.
is the new party line.
It is, yeah. It's the new party line. But oh shit. No, I'm telling you, I'm glad we have it. I'm glad we have all of this because this technology allows us to push the message as far as we can all around the world. As a matter of fact, just the other night we had people from Australia and the Netherlands in the call, and I
heard that.
Yes, it was amazing. Yesterday we had I can't remember somebody.
Hank and Aussie Dave.
Hank and Aussie. I'm glad
Dave.
One of us has a memory.
Yeah.
Hank and Aussie Dave were on here yesterday. Hank was in Netherlands
and we have China in the house tonight.
And we have China in the house tonight. Are you shitting me?
I'm here.
There you go, baby. This is
I'm about 200 miles southwest of Beijing.
No shit.
There you go.
There you go. What time is it over there?
It is almost 10:30 in the morning.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that is such a gap.
You're getting up. We're fixing to go to bed.
That's it.
That's the way it works.
I have my second cup of coffee. Working on my third.
There you go. With my second cup of coffee, I stagger out the door. Yes, sir. No, I think it's amazing that you're over there in China teaching. That's just, it's got to be an experience. Anytime you have the opportunity to do that, it's just.
What's it like to ride on a bullet train?
Exactly.
I'll tell you. Yeah, the first time I ever rode the bullet train, though, was amazing. I mean, it is so smooth. You are going at basically, I guess it's like 300 kilometers an hour, so about almost 200 miles an hour, and it doesn't feel that way at all. It's just amazing, and they have them everywhere. I mean, that is one thing that, at least here in China, they're really moving forward with is these bullet trains, and we need them more in North America. I don't know why the resistance against that technology, because it's just
the closest
awesome.
thing we ever have is Amtrak's Stella Express.
Yeah, that's pitiful. That's pitiful. When we watch the world progress the way it has, especially in that area, and bullet trains and stuff, they have them in Japan and whatnot, it's ridiculous. It's just like the healthcare. Oh, we can't do that here. Well, why not? Well, we got mountains. That's how come you can't do that.
It's all about money. It's all about money.
It is about the money. And the distribution and where it goes, because we are a rich nation. We have the money to do these things. We're just not going to do it because, by God, we got a war to go to, and we have to do $716 billion of our money and crank it into the defense industry.
But some people are just squandering that wealth to deny everything that can be done.
And the Republicans will start at the bottom. They'll with Special Olympics, you bet. Special education, we don't need that. Meals on Wheels, get rid of it. They'll just go right down the list because those things don't provide
Obamacare, we don't
a return on investment.
Wait, we do.
Yeah.
Never mind. Backtracking.
Here you go. But that's how come I'm interested in progressive candidates, because I don't want to hear we can't do that. I know we can do that. Hell, I remember when I was young, Kennedy saying we're going to go to the moon, and we did. And we did. This is not that.
How I wish to have been part of that era.
No,
right.
I can tell y'all exactly where I was when Neil Armstrong stepped on the moon. I was in
so can I.
I was in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Very jealous.
On an operating table.
I was in San Jose.
San Jose, California?
Yeah, we lived in San Jose at that time.
I had an appendix attack that night, and they took me to the hospital in Slidell, Louisiana, and this was in I guess 69 or something like that, 70 or well, it was in 69. It was July 1st, 1961. Why saying shit, John? But they took me to the hospital in Slidell, and at the time I had a heart condition, and they refused to operate on me in Slidell, so they put me in an ambulance and sent me over to New Orleans, and they put a piece of tape on my forehead there with my name on it, and that rather bothered me. It's like, fuck you, I know my name. I'll tell them when I get there. You know, what's this shit about? Can't you put it on a band around my wrist? Isn't that what they do in fucking hospitals and crap? No, they put a piece of tape on my forehead with my name on it. I said, ship him off, get him out of here. Don't let his ass die here. But
shit.
I have a
FedEx label.
I have a set of commemorative. I have a set of commemorative cufflinks, like I wear cufflinks anymore, but from the lunar landing.
That's it.
My dad got them for me.
That's cool. Really quick, before we go any further, let's thank a Blue Dot in California donated $5. They write, "Love your show."
I appreciate it, Bubby. Appreciate it a whole lot. A Blue Dot in California, baby. We got blue dots all over the place. Just because your state is blue, that just means that there's a whole lot of blue dots in your state. But we have blue dots not only around this country but around the world, and I am so proud that this has reached that we have over 17,000 followers, 10,000 something in Facebook. I mean in YouTube.
Yeah, it's a growing message, and we're
amazing.
thankful for those who, whether you're able to donate or not, it doesn't matter. The fact you're here is the most amazing part. Like, we have 100 people watching tonight, and it is absolutely incredible.
I say it all the time. The best thing that you can give me is your ear. That's
I'm very happy to have been part of this voice chat.
Yeah, and you've been around for quite a while,
Challenger, yes.
Ever since before the midterms, I found you, John.
Well, I appreciate it, buddy. The family keeps growing because because what we believe in is the right thing. It's the thing that we ought to do. It's the moral thing to do. It's everything. It's the fiscally responsible thing to do. It's the obvious thing to do. It's to take care of our citizens, every one of them, and we still have plenty of room to accept more new citizens in our country. You know,
the first video I ever saw of you was actually the one that was just after Trump's little Helsinki meeting with Daddy Putin.
Oh, he pissed me off. I remember that.
I
had a good viewing on that one because I was pretty well, because he did. He demonstrated he was a traitor. He was a coward right there in front of Putin.
Even,
you know.
And the funny thing is about blinding anger on that video was that your camera's sensors made you turn Hulk temporarily.
Oh God, I remember that.
Yes, we had some technical difficulties. Yeah, I turned into the Hulk. I could sometimes, I swear. Some of the crap that you read, and especially doing this, when you're involved so much to the point I am now, that this has become my, it's 6 days a week now that we're going to do this, and I like to try to keep abreast of everything that's going on, and when you stay in it all the time, it is enough to wear you out. It weighs on you when you start looking at all the things together and thinking, this is just, how stupid can these people be? Are they so blind that they can't see the destruction of our own country, by this man?
Cognitive
Yes, disconnect. They don't have they don't have a dog in this fight. They just have bumper stickers. That's what they have. And as long as they can convince their neighbor that they're good Bible thumping a God-fearing, gun-toting, flag-waving, we support the troops, red-blooded Americans. Well, that's all they're interested in. They're not interested in the day-to-day running of this country or who gets anything. You know,
all they care about is just their freedom and their guns.
that's it.
Yes.
Their freedom to own a gun. It stops at the First and Second Amendment with them. They don't know a single amendment after those two.
First Amendment doesn't even matter to them anymore because you've seen them.
Well, they use that for their right to freedom of religion. You know, God says I can do it. So
Well, technically, that's just the rules.
Don't want
Yeah.
to understand and control their gun.
Well, it says a well-regulated militia. Well-regulated.
That's the part
They only focus on the last part. Shall not be infringed.
Yeah, that's the part they key in on there. And I'm fine with that. You just don't need a freaking cannon. You don't need a tank. You don't need an air-to-air missile. You don't need an AR-15. You know.
I actually heard someone talking today,
You
and
do
they
not
said
need a weapon of war in your household.
No, because that puts you in that mind frame. I swear, that's what I keep telling them. The problem we have in this country is the love affair that some people have with that weapon. With that weapon.
I constantly see when I'm riding around it, and there's just gun shows everywhere.
Yes. Well, that's down here in Texas they have gun shows. You can walk into any gun show and buy a gun anywhere you want. You don't have to tell nobody nothing. You got money, you got a gun. That's it.
The Wanamaker's gun show.
It's ridiculous. You know, all the left has ever said is that we want responsible. It's the same thing the right says. Well, we just need responsible gun laws. Well, that's what we want. And if you can't pass a background check, well, then maybe you shouldn't have a gun. There's some damn reason in there that they don't want you to give you one. And what's that damn mayor somewhere up there saying he's not going to enforce the law when it says that if it's determined that somebody is a threat to themselves or to the community, that the police have the right to remove their weapons? Which sounds like a pretty good idea to me, but oh my God, hell no! This sheriff says I'm not going to enforce that. That's taking guns. I'm not gonna take guns away from a good God-fearing American, even if he's fixing to go out and shoot 10 people. Well, it's his right until he starts shooting. I can't do nothing about it. That's ignorance. That's ignorance. There's plenty we can do about this shit. You know.
And they're not even following the people's will. 90% of Americans want extensive background checks.
Yeah, exactly.
And thing is, they were claiming about when Obama was president that he was going to come for their guns.
Oh, that's
8 years of that never happened.
Yeah, that's the standard line
No.
that the Republican Party puts out. Fill in the
He just
blank
wanted
what
to enforce a
Democrat
little bit more strict
They
control
also
on how
said
to
that
get to these
Hillary,
guns,
too. Oh,
not
if she
take
wins,
away
she's
your
going to take
freaking
guns.
guns.
Oh yeah, we're all coming for your guns. We're gonna come knock on your door and we want all your guns. Give it to us now. It's bullshit. I'm a gun owner. I don't.
Yeah, we're going to cover you $100 million.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's more guns in this country than there are people. You know.
Exactly.
Yes, there are.
Seriously,
And at
it's
what point are you saturated?
such.
You know, you can't have the Wild West where everybody's walking down the street with a sidearm strapped on, just waiting for high noon with somebody. Because if it's on,
440 million guns in America. 440 million guns.
if you have a gun on you, you're
Walking down the goddamn street with weapons brandished. Nobody is walking down the street with weapons brandished that's trying to defend themselves. The people that are walking down the streets with their weapons brandished are the ones that are
They're the ones
But I
looking for a fight.
That's it. That's it. If I know somebody that wears is a concealed carry all the time, and I don't care if he's outside washing his car, he's got it strapped on, and he doesn't live in an area where he would have any use for it, but it gives him power. It gives him that. That's right. He's the most powerful around. You know, I have the gun.
Mental illness.
Yes.
Just recently, the governor of Oklahoma, Kevin Stitt, just made it easier to buy firearms without any permit or anything like that.
Yeah, what you need a permit for? Shit, just get you a gun. That's all you need to do. It's ignorance. You know, but it's the mentality of our country. It's woven into the fabric of our nation. You know, and we're never going to get rid of it. But there has to be a movement of sensibility. Excuse me, of sensibility about it. You know, we can't just keep letting them walk all over it. You know, because you know they barely ban the bump stock lately. I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Jeez. Yeah.
Need some water?
No,
Hey,
I have some tea. Right?
Guys, the people that walk around with their guns on their side of their heads, you know, the guys that walk with the guns around their heads and walk to the targets with their machine guns, they're lacking in certain departments. Well, that's why they gotta. It becomes
the most important thing in their life. You know, I like to tell people down here in town in Corpus, they had a place down here, Nichols Pharmacy. Used to be Nichols Pharmacy. It sold drugs right there. Well, then he added on to the building and made a firing range in there. Now it's Nichols Guns and Drugs. Ain't that something? Get your drugs and your guns right here. Go ahead and get high and then crank it up. But look how fast New Zealand acted after a tragedy there. You know,
I really do wish the U.S. could do that fast.
I wish we could. I wish we'd have some kind
of NRA is in everybody's pockets.
The National Russian Alliance. They're rapidly becoming. They're just losing members left and right. They you know, they're on a downhill slide. And I'm glad to hear it.
Now's not the time to talk about
it.
Because they are not for the gun owner. They are for the gun manufacturer. That's who they work for. That's who they promote. They don't do anything else. It's all about making more guns and the selling of it and making sure every red-blooded person in the world has one. It's ridiculous. You know, but it's in our DNA here. And until our lawmakers start, because you know, the percentages, whenever you ask this question about, you know, gun control, the numbers are always, yes, we need tighter gun controls, we need better laws and all that. The people are like 80% behind all that shit. I don't know what the other 20% are thinking anyway. Probably the gun makers.
They're waiting for a war.
Yeah, they're waiting for something. But
they're waiting for the
even with those numbers,
Second Civil War.
Yeah, Second Civil War, some shit like that. And I remind everybody, if that shit starts, it's not going to be a second Civil War. It's going to be a mass shooting where somebody's going to, you know, there's going to have to be a police action to take out the idiot, just like if it was Las Vegas or any other mass shooting. It's not going to be a war. It's going to be murder.
The majority of these shootings have been the majority of them have been all extreme right-wing persons.
That's who the majority of the killers are. You don't have to worry about a terrorist coming apart. You have to worry about Bubba down the street getting pissed off. You know, that's what it is. Your threat is not from the border. Your threat is right here in this country. You know, and it's from the people that are born and raised here.
Guns.
Well, then you have the emboldenment.
That's the issue, John. You know, the people born and raised there. They're. I mean, it's like that mentality of us versus them now. It's like. Yeah. We're the good guys. Everybody else is the bad guy, and we're gonna, you know, we'll do whatever we need. And you sit there and you go, "With what happened?"
Yeah, that's the problem. And Trump is really emboldening that concept.
Yes, with his talk the other day, he has all the really bad guys. You know, I don't know if y'all have noticed that. I have a shirt that I wear sometimes. It's Los Pistoleros, the Resistance chapter. That's a biker club down in California, baby. I don't think they're Republican. I don't think they're bikers for Trump. You know, and I know a couple of I know one guy is biker for Trump. He's a little older than I am. Has both knees replaced. He's got a little bitty motor pickle, and it's got a sign on the side of it that says "Bikers for Trump." That makes me nervous. That scares me. I'm really scared. Yeah,
you got his paramilitary.
Yes, well, that's what he's trying to pump. You know, if you don't vote for me, things could get real bad. You know, kiss my ass, you asshole. You know, you think you got that covered? I don't think so, baby. We have a constitution. Your ass isn't reelected. We're going to move your ass out of there, kicking and screaming. I don't give a shit what way they drag your ass out.
He's holding the American people hostage.
That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. That is what, you know, and it is summed up to me when that woman stood up in that Bannon rally or whatever the hell he was out there at Steve Bannon guy, when that woman stood up there and said that I never thought I'd want a dictator, but oh my goodness, we need Mr. Trump to be the first one. Kiss my ass, lady. You're wiping the ass with the Constitution.
These same people were the ones who vehemently Obama possibly becoming a dictator.
Oh Lord, yes. You know, we got to throw him out. Send him back to
Oh
Kenya.
my God!
Are you shitting me? That's exactly where well, you have to go back. I was fixing to say that's where Trump just really showed his ass, his vile, bigoted crap that he sells was during Obama and his birth certificate thing going on, because that demonstrated just what low life, scum sucking bucket Trump is. He's just a low life. It's a bunch of Klan members, white supremacists. That's all he mixes up with. He loves that shit.
And it's only fair that since Trump came up with the birther movement, Obama should come up with the girther movement and just try and see how fat Trump
No
is.
shit. No shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's 243 pounds, like I'm 6'7", and I'm playing in the NBA.
Gonna live forever. Yeah, greatest health ever. You know, it's everything the man sells is bullshit.
200 years old.
From his health to his golf game to whatever, his business, his taxes, his companies, everything is the grandest in the world, but you can't see shit of them. It's all the shit. By the way, did you see me on the cover of Time magazine here? I kissed my ass. He made that too.
Made up cover?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's just
He is the embodiment of insecurity.
Yes. Egotistical.
See AOC?
What about AOC?
She was actually on the cover of Time magazine, and she offered to have her Time magazine cover framed and displayed next to his
next to his fake one.
Yeah.
I like AOC. I like her. She's a pistol,
awesome.
baby. She is out there speaking, you know, talking just like I want to hear them talk. Wait a minute, back up the bus. Let's talk about this shit. You know, I love that shit. Call them out, and that's what she's doing. I love this field that we have.
With defending the Green New Deal, it's amazing.
Yes, yes.
I love the fact that every time that Fox News spins, they end up advertising her.
No, keep talking about her, baby. She's the hottest thing going. But wrestlers that are reaching for the star, baby, that's what we did when we was young. I remind people all the time. That's how we got the EPA. We wanted a new agency to take care of the world. We were just becoming environmentally aware of shit. You know, because when it rained, your paint just melted off and shit like that. You couldn't swim in the river, all the dead fish and all that crap. We changed things when we was, you know.
You're not.
What?
Yeah, I'm noticing that too.
What's that?
I think the stream is dying out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're sort of.
Okay, well, that's uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's probably my internet again, so I guess it's going to be a good time to start shutting it down before we lose it all.
Everybody on Discord, please stay behind while we end the stream, because we got a few people that I want to add to the call that have been waiting patiently here. So if the internet's going to go bad, because once...
Yeah, we might lose our stream, but we won't lose the Discord.
Yeah.
You know, the talk doesn't take up much room. But I guess we'll go ahead and close out the evening, and I want to thank everybody for coming by and being part of this. It isn't perfected yet. We still have a lot to work out with how everybody gets on the show and all that stuff. But being this family, you know, it's important. I consider myself nothing more than a cheerleader to come out and try to encourage people to stay motivated and stay in this fight. Every day if I have to. I said it from the beginning, and for the first year I did this 7 days a week. I never missed a day. And because it's that important to me, to my kids, to your kids, to our family, to our world. Because everything this administration has done since he's came in has fought to destroy all of those things. And it is by us staying together, banding together as a family, as a group, as Democrats, or whatever you want to call this. If we stand together, we win. And that is the most important thing that we can push every day, is to try to listen to your candidate, try to pick the best candidate that you like, promote him any way you want, and make as much of a difference in this world as you can. And I wanted to use this platform to give our Blue Dot family members an opportunity to use their voice and engage in people out here. But that's it, baby. We do this together or we lose, and that man gets another 4 years, and we can't stand that shit. There will be problems if that happens. But whether we take him out by impeachment, whether he resigns, or whether we defeat his ass soundly, he's got to go. And that all depends on all of us using our voice and our vote. So every time you get an opportunity to use either one, do it. What's that, Dennis? Am I going in and out? All right. Then we're going to call it. Like, share, and subscribe, all that shit. And we hit the button over there.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
Because OBS just decided to hide itself from me.
Yep, we're losing everything.
Give me a second. There we go.
There we go. We got the button. That's all our Patreon. Some of our Patreon members and those that support the show,
who are also in this call tonight.
Who are also some in the call tonight, like Challenger and
Mark
and
who
Dennis.
has been a wonderful, loyal Blue Dot producer for so many months.
Well, we appreciate the hell out of that. It keeps us
getting
going.
Every other word.
Oh well.